Are you vibrationally rich or bankrupt? I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, I'm going to go through this video and then I'm going to give you a real life story that demonstrates moving from vibrationally bankrupt to vibrationally rich and what that looks like in real life. And it demonstrates what I talk about in all these videos in my books, how manifestations flow to you when you make that transition, getting back into your natural high vibration self. So let's have a look here at this video. So vibrationally rich versus vibrationally bankrupt. So to be vibrationally rich is just going through your day with good feeling thoughts about all the things, high vibration. You feel at ease, you feel satisfied, and it doesn't matter what the conditions are. You don't let the conditions be the reason for how you think. You think independently of conditions. Now that's mind mastery. That's where you want to be. It's the only way that you can do this. Feeling good through your day on all matters is if you can do it unconditionally and also from a creative process perspective, because that's really what allows us to be vibrationally rich, isn't it? Because when you know the creative process, then you know how everything is set up to work out for you. You know really the wholeness of who you are, just the goodness of everything really about what life is all about. And you know that, and you can see how anything is serving you. It could be a job, could be a relationship situation, could be really money, anything at all in life. Anything goes. And you can always look at it for how it's serving you when you look at it from this perspective of the creative process. And that's the way your inner being, that non-physical part of you, is always looking at it. So it's always there for you as a beacon to let you know anytime you're not looking at it that way. And then, of course, you feel like this over here, you're low vibration. And of course, that's being vibrationally bankrupt, you see. And that's what faulty beliefs have done to us. They have bankrupted us vibrationally. And to varying degrees, it varies from person to person because we get different levels, different areas of faulty beliefs. But wherever we have them, they cause us to be vibrationally bankrupt because they won't allow the thing that we want to manifest. So if we're talking about a job and you've got negative feeling thoughts about work and that whole thing and your experiences that you had and everything, see, you're bankrupt because you have your vibrations low. You don't have high vibration, and if you're not spending high vibration currency in the situation, then you can't receive the new job that the creative process shows is that's all ready for you, because in a job you don't like, it's just the natural contrast, no big deal. Clarity and expansion all happens. But if you get focused in a way that you don't know the creative process, you don't know this cycle, all the goodness that's going on, you're just being completely influenced by a faulty belief, you're not seeing any of this at all, then you're vibrationally bankrupt. And as you know, that's not going to buy you much. So it won't allow you to receive the job that you want. That's all ready to be received, absolutely. And so to get to vibrationally rich, to get to a mindset that's vibrationally rich, then we take that same situation and we look at it and we say, well, what are the positive aspects about this job? And isn't it nice that I got clarity from it? And now I know more about what I want. My inner being has set up even more details about that. And that path is a wonderful path for me to connect to that job. And, it's all taken care of. It's going to be fun on the way. And I appreciate, where I am for even some of the physicality of it. I appreciate, but I certainly appreciate the clarity. And I'm by no means stuck here at all. I'm not stuck here at all. This was an experience. And since I didn't like it, it really caused the expansion. So all is fine. Everything's on track. All is well. See, that's being vibrationally rich, right? So now you got your vibration tuned in to the new experience that you want. In this case, I'm talking about a job, but it could be anything, absolutely anything. So that's how you go from being vibrationally bankrupt to being vibrationally rich. You do that in your mind. You have complete control to do that in your mind. You don't got to go to the bank. You don't got to go to any friends. You don't got to do anything in particular at all. You just got to go inside your mind and talk about the situation from this creative process perspective and you are going to feel at ease. You're going to talk just the way I talked just a few minutes ago about how you talked. A person would talk low vibration about where they are, feeling stuck, can't go anywhere, not sure how they can get out of the place, or any of that stuff. And then moving from the whole creative process perspective, wow, isn't this wonderful? I have clarity, know what I want. Inner being's got to set up. Great path to take me there on the way. See, we're vibrational beings. We are vibrational beings, and vibration is everything. It's the currency of life. So, there was no condition. This was unconditional feel good. Didn't need any conditions to change at all to receive the job. Just go inside yourself and get your vibration back and high, and you're rich. Because you have, see, the creative process makes it so that you have unlimited, infinite, never-ending good feeling thoughts available to you at all times, on all subjects and matters, all the time, right? So you're rich. You're rich in high vibration thoughts. And when you spend that richness by choosing those thoughts, then you are a vibrational match to everything you want. The job comes, the money comes, the relationship comes. It just flows in. It's all ready to flow in. It's all around you. Like I say, that airplane circling the runway wants to come in. It's got all your stuff. And if you get the clutter out of the runway, which is that low vibration energy, in it comes, right? Just flows in. Nothing else to do other than to clear the clutter. Well, when you go from being vibrationally bankrupt with your thoughts that you're choosing to being vibrationally rich, it's all going to flow for you, whatever it is that you want. It's that easy. This universe has set it up to be so easy for us, it feels hard because it twists our brain because of all the faulty programming that we got to make things happen, and life is hard. How many times have people told us growing up, you got to do this, you got to do that, life is hard, life is this, life is that. And it's just easy. It's none of that stuff they told us because they didn't understand the creative process. And it twists our brain to think, what? It just flows in. I don't really have to do anything specific to make it happen or figure it out. Well, you are going to take a lot of action, but it's going to be on the path, this high vibration, inspired action, good feeling action, you could say, stuff that you want to do, and just the way that you perceive things and look at things so that your thought energy is high vibration. That's it. That's the currency of life. And it flows. All that stuff that you want flows. It's just amazing to see, all across the planet, people trying to manifest things, or even teaching people to manifest things. And it's that's a complete misunderstanding. It's not like that at all. If you get your energy in alignment, if you will be the vibrationally rich person that you are, it's within you, then all that stuff flows to you automatically. You don't got to jump through hoops or say this or say that or do affirmations or vision boards. Those they can be okay for training tools to get your thought energy in alignment, but they by no means are they in any way, shape, or form what causes anything to manifest. They just don't, because it's your moment by moment vibration going through the day, the momentum, the stream of energy you have got going. And that's your thought energy as you go through the day. And you see, if you're vibrationally rich, right, and you can look at your daily emotion tracker and you can see if you've been living vibrationally rich. And if you have, then either your life is in the transformation and catching up to that energy, and you'll be noticing it in stages 5, 6, and 7, or you're already there. You're already there, but it's one or the other. If you are looking at your daily emotion tracker, you can tell if you're vibrationally rich, if you're living that way inside yourself. Conversely, if you're looking at your tracker, you can tell if you've been living vibrationally bankrupt. And if you have, then it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same story. It's going to be the same manifestation, which is, what you don't want. It's not going to change. So we want to realize that it is the mindset that's vibrationally rich that is the one that allows our life to flow in all the ways that we want. See, you see, there's nothing else in this diagram in the physical world. I didn't even show the globe. I didn't show anything in the physical world. It's just between you and yourself and the things that you're thinking about, the things in your day. Now, there's lots of physical things that will come into your life as a result of you being in high vibration, because the path is going to be full of a lot of physical things in the world, but that will all be synchronized. The timing of things, the ideas, the right place, right time, inspired action, resources, people. See, your inner being orchestrates all of that, and then you're connecting with it through the law of attraction. It's connecting you with all that stuff. But just in terms of setting up the projector so that the movie is what you want, that projector is you, inside of you. And when you set it up to be that vibrationally rich reel on the projector, then you're just going to be blown away with the way your life flows. So that's the way that it's all set up to go. So let's look at this. Now, I just wanted to throw this in because, see, this is what we think is rich, right? The money thing, that's rich. And then if you don't have much, well, you're bankrupt, or, people use the word, all kinds of words. But rich is this, and that, and then you're going to be this. You're going to be happy. Everything is good. But I'm here to tell you that is not true at all. Because a lot of people with a lot of this, and they got a lot of this going too, right? The amount of money that you have, or resources, material wealth, by no means dictates if your life is fulfilled or not. That's just one quadrant of the fulfillment, and there's lots more that has to flow and has to be balanced for you to have this true, authentic, high vibration energy. You see, you're a high vibration being, and high vibration is your currency. But when you start looking at money as your currency of life to get the things that you want and secure your life and all that, no, you're living a conditional life, and at the very least, you're going to have some level of fear. Even you might not even detect it, but there'll be some level of fear in you, because if this money is the thing that you're thinking is taking care of your life, you're always going to have some level of fear of losing it. See, because you got no guarantee you can keep it at that level. When you get it like that, when you don't get it from, when it doesn't come to you from high vibration, but you've done things to get it, then you also are thinking, well, I could lose it too, right? There's no way that thinking can't be there, whether you want to admit it or not. I don't care. It's there because there's a faulty belief of lack. No matter how much money you have, if you got it conditionally and you got it through ways to make it come, then it's all conditional. It's not high vibration money, right? It's still limited conditional money. The only rich money is the money that comes from being vibrationally rich. That's the only rich money, and that money is unlimited. It's true unlimited abundance, and this is not over here. This is not unlimited at all. So going over here, if you feel bankrupt or not much money, you don't feel sad. You don't feel low vibration because of the money situation. You feel low vibration because of the way you're thinking about the money situation. And that you can change, right? You may not be able to change the physical money right now, but you can change the way you feel right now. In the next 5 minutes, you can't go from, $10,000 in the hole to $10,000 to the good in the next 5 minutes. But if you got that vibration going on that you're there, then that vibration is not going to change. But you can start to change the vibration so that gradually, eventually, you'll have the $10,000 to the good. But you got to change the frequency to the high vibration, and then the physical world will catch up. You see, so and it goes with anything with life. You're not feeling sad or down or disappointed or any of that because of the thing, not because of the job, not because of your health, not because of the business situation, not because of the relationship. You're feeling low vibration because the way you're thinking about those things, the way you're thinking about the relationship, the way you're thinking about your business. It's not the actual thing that's happening. That's the manifestation of the energy. But if you look at it and you let it dominate the way you think, then of course you're going to stay in that low vibration. It looks like the thing is causing you to feel that way, but it's not at all. It's just a manifestation, and you got free, independent ability to choose your thoughts and do this. Go to high vibration, like I said over here, right? you can move from vibrationally being bankrupt in any situation. Could be a relationship, could be about around your business, health, anything. And you're vibrationally bankrupt, meaning you got negative feeling thoughts going on all over the place. You're looking at the physical world and you're letting it dominate your mind and basically choose your thoughts for you. And you are in that moment, vibrationally bankrupt, and nothing can change because the law of attraction is going to keep giving you that energy back. But you can shift. You can shift your mind. You have the power. You are independently in charge of your mind, and you can choose one thought over another. And again, I go back to the creative process. This is the part of the library that gives you all these new thoughts that you can see how the thing is serving you, how your life got better, and all these things. But you see, growing up, we didn't get that library. We didn't get that part of the library, but now we have it. So now you got to go there. And when you go there, then you can take yourself out of vibrational bankrupt and you can go to be vibrationally rich. And when you are vibrationally rich, then the world's going to catch up. The relationship is going to catch up and reflect that. The business is going to catch up and reflect that. Your health is going to catch up and reflect that. Everything is going to catch up and reflect that when you move yourself from being in a place of vibrationally bankrupt to a place of being vibrationally rich. And that's a beautiful thing to know, that the world catches up because there's a momentum shift that has to happen there. And if you know that, then you just keep living in your happy, high vibration place because you know all of this. This is really the key. And that's why I wrote the Book of Life. I wrote the 20-week program book, Higher Vibrations for Health, Happiness, and Harmony first, because I wanted to help people learn to train their mind to be in that high vibration mindset through the day. And in Module 1, it talks about, more or less why we're here and who we are and all that. But I wanted to even take that to a deeper level to make sure that everybody knew exactly how powerful positive feeling thought energy was. And so I wrote the Book of Life to really detail the creative process. And when you know it at that level of detail, you absolutely are going to be able to choose thoughts now. It's not the faulty belief going to just grab your mind and run with it. You're just going to say, whoa, wait now, not anymore. You've been doing that to me for a long time, faulty beliefs, but I'm not going with you anymore. I'm going over here. I'm going to see what the creative process got to say about this. I know what you got to say about it, and it's nothing good. And it doesn't help me. It hasn't brought me out of where I am, where I want to be, to where I want to be. But this does take me out of where I am that I don't like to where I want to be. And so I'm going to go over and visit with that creative process, and I'm going to look at, well, what's the creative process telling me? Now, I'm not going to go into that right now in this video. I go into a lot of videos, but that Book of Life, you can get a lot of detail from the videos here, and particularly in the playlist, Changing Beliefs. I talk a lot about the creative process in there, but you want that body of knowledge. It is the playbook of life. It is the awareness. It is the perspective that lets you look at yourself and everything else about life and come up with these nice, really good feeling thoughts, even though the conditions are not the way that you want. And that's the way it's got to be, because think about it. Here you are in a condition you don't like. And if you are only going to think the thoughts about the condition that don't feel good, you're just in that same energy. That's what you call being stuck, but you're only stuck in your head. And you can get unstuck in your head when you take a breath and you just say, wait a minute, I'm about to react. I don't want to do that anymore. It's not serving me. It's not helping me. It keeps me here. Let me just breathe for a minute. Let me think here. Okay, what's going on here? What is this situation telling me? And then you think about contrast, and then you think about clarity, and then you think about the world as your mirror, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel that bad anymore. It all makes sense. And then you talk about, the way I really like it to be is this, and guess what? My inner being's already set that up. The path is already for me to go. See, that right there's how you move from being vibrationally bankrupt to being vibrationally rich. And when you live your vibrationally rich life, then the riches of life in the physical world will be all around you, flowing through your life. So you want to get rich from the inside out, because you are rich on the inside. If you try this outside-in rich business with money or anything else, as far as that goes, it's very conditional, very limited. It has consequences. It does not cover the fulfillment of life. It is just pales in comparison to living a vibrationally rich life versus trying to be a money rich life. Because when you live vibrationally rich, you have vibrational freedom, you're going to have time freedom, you're going to have financial freedom, you're going to have every freedom. You're going to have everything that you want flowing into your life. Only vibration can give it to you. This stuff, it is part of life, and it's an easy means of exchange, and it can be used in a very positive way. But you don't want to look at it as the thing that defines your life as successful or not, or secure or not, or any of that. It just can't do it. It cannot do it, although faulty beliefs will want you to think it can. So that is... that's the video for today. I wanted you to know that you are rich. Again, the rich is your vibration. And when you live your vibrationally rich mind, then your life is going to reflect that. And now you know, if you're doing this, if you're living vibrationally bankrupt, you know how and what you can do to go back and start living vibrationally rich. And your daily emotion tracker is your great tool. It's going to tell you how much, vibrational bankruptcy you got going on and how much vibrational rich you got going on. And you want to increase, I should say, the vibrational richness across your life. Now, there could be some areas of your life that are going very nicely and you like that. But any area of your life where there's vibrational bankruptcy, okay, you can do it. You can change it. It's all inside of you. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to go to the bank or anybody else. You got all the riches inside of you, and it's your vibration. And you do it, and you know that the world catches up because the creative process shows us why that's true. The change in momentum. Then you're going to see what your true life is that you meant to come here and live. And just one last thing is, when you do live vibrational bankruptcy, which see in the creative process, in part 3, the allowing part, allowing things to come into your life. If you're vibrationally bankrupt in the creative process, that's where you go to train wreck, right? But that's a choice. And it definitely is a choice. It wasn't so much a choice for humanity before because we didn't have the creative process knowledge, so we didn't know where to go with it. We didn't like those thoughts. We didn't like those vibrationally bankrupt thoughts, but we just really didn't have a good way to know how to change it. But now we do. And you get there with your vibrationally rich energy, and law of attraction will take you right up the yellow brick road, and you'll be receiving in very, very nice way all the things that experiences the way you want your life to flow. But vibrational bankruptcy will take you to the train wreck. We don't want to be there. We want our vibration to take us to the yellow brick road via the law of attraction, and all is well. Okay, and so just to end off with a quick story to sort of show this being vibrationally rich versus bankrupt, a person I've been working with for some time, and what was in their vibrational reality, what their life caused to ask for is they wanted a driver license and a car, to be able to freely move around, a baby, and health. Okay, so when I first met this person working together, there was definitely a lot of vibrationally bankrupt thinking going on, and we worked and we cleaned that up. And let me say the driver's license came, and it was interesting because there was still resistance going on. There was some vibrationally bankrupt thinking, but because the person knew how it all worked, they weren't bothered. And I believe it was in the area of about 14 times to take that test, but they weren't bothered, right? And this is the thing, is that they knew that they were changing the momentum. So in fact, every time they took the test, it actually, it created more momentum and confidence, and there was the certainty that it absolutely was going to happen. So just working through the momentum shift, so then that was received, and then the car came, and then the baby. Now the baby came. The baby was totally looking for this person as they were looking for the baby. That's always the way it is in this universe. High vibrations are always looking for each other, and law of attraction does that connection. But there's a very interesting story behind that, and but that baby wanted to come together with this person, and so that all happened. So moving out of vibrational bankruptcy into being vibrationally rich was the big thing that happened there. No big changes on the physical world. And it was that change in energy that allowed those things, because those things were in this person's vibrational reality. And by, reducing that resistance, moving from a place of vibrationally bankrupt thoughts to vibrationally rich thoughts, now the matching vibration, tuning into the vibration of the things wanted, it was a match. And then the path started to flow, and then there it was. So anyway, just a short story just to give you an idea what happens when you change your thinking from being vibrationally bankrupt to vibrationally rich. You open the doors for the automatic flow of abundance, because vibrationally rich means you're high vibration, and all the stuff you want is high vibration, and it just flows. It just flows. There's nothing to stop it. You see, it naturally would flow if we weren't stopping it with the bankrupt kind of thoughts, the low vibration kind of thoughts, the faulty belief kind of thoughts. That's what just blocks it. It's not that it's not there. You got everything that you want vibrationally, and it will flow to you, but you got to get the blocks out of the way. You got to get back into your vibrationally rich mind, and then all that stuff will flow. Okay, so just finishing up with that. And thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post. And have yourself a great day.